Maxusthebeast is here. Welcome to a promised video. This video is a channel update. I know, so exciting. Gameplay shown here is Mortal Kombat X on the PC. I'm just using my controller, my PS4 controller, to play because everyone knows that fighters are best enjoyed on a controller. Most of the time, anyway. So, anyway, I'd like to address where the freak I've been over the last few days. Over the last week, because the last video I posted was yesterday. It was the new Eevee video, but it was the first video I had posted in a good week. So I'm here to fill you in on a few things, channel-wise and life-wise, that I think you may be interested in, because it's kind of necessary if you want to understand where the freak I've been the last week. Also, I lost a sub. Sorry, I'm assuming it's because of inactivity. Or just because the person didn't like my content, which is fine too. I don't expect everyone to be like, he's the best YouTuber ever. I mean, I appreciate the people who are fans. I definitely do, and that's why I make this stuff, is for people like you who enjoy the videos. But anyway, that's not the subject of the video. The real subject of the video is, like I said, where the freak I've been. So to answer that, here we go. So, early July, my family found a house that we really liked. We weren't even really searching for houses, we were just out and about and stumbled upon it. And it was really nice. It was a really nice house. Really cool. Pretty scenery, and we decided to attempt to buy it because, you know, we want a really cool house. It had everything we ever wanted: a nice room for chilling, nice sunroom, nice dining room, nice pretty much everything. Not saying our current house isn't nice or anything, but this house was really nice. So we decided to start buying it and everything, but the way the contract worked was that we had to sell our house in order to be able to purchase this house. So that left us open for a few days, without me being able to really, well, not doing anything, but just a few days with us, the uncertainty of who's going to come show up to the house to potentially look at it and potentially buy it. You just don't know at that period. You know, I mean, if you guys have ever sold a house before, you know that. But, so, I didn't really get to do that. I mean, I was able to play some games, but I wasn't really able to do that much in the recording field. Because, like I said, I'm frickin' busy with this whole house stuff. It was a lot of work. And there were points of time where we just had to leave the house for an hour or so because someone was looking at it. I mean, you can't really be in the same house with the people who are going to potentially buy it unless you're given, like, the grand tour. So, yeah. But it didn't really work out. The last person to come to visit was Saturday morning, but they liked the house, but they didn't really give us a decision, and apparently a new contract had opened where there would be no way for us to sell the house and get it because the contract had changed again. So at that point we'd have to get something called like a bridge loan, where we'd be paying with mortgage and stuff for both the house we live in now and that other house. So if we were going to do that, we had to have an answer by today, and that just didn't work out. But I'm back. All the chaos is probably over. So I'm sorry about the inactivity, guys. I really am. But I just couldn't really help it because personal stuff. I mean, we thought we were going to get this house, but it just didn't work out, unfortunately. So we're kind of bummed out about that because there was some pretty cool stuff where we were considering moving. But, you know, that's probably not going to happen for another year or so before we actually may actually move. I mean, we've always been ever since we figured out that we probably weren't going to be able to get this house, we just like, you know, maybe we're just going to get another, well, not this house, but get a house in the town eventually. So we're not ruling out the possibility of moving there, but we're most likely not going to get that house, which sucks. But, you know, we got to get through it somehow, right? Anyway, the next topic of tonight is talking about my reaction series. Yee. Gameplay here is of CSGO. It's not that great gameplay, but you know, it's good enough. It'll do. Lol. But the topic here is my reaction series, what I plan to do with that. I plan to continue it, but my initial promise was one reaction video per month, and that just hasn't happened. What's really happened is more like one reaction video every 2 months. Because I intended to, when I started the series back in February, I had intended to make at least 12 reaction videos a year. Because, you know, 12 months. That didn't happen. I want to continue it because reacting is fun. But it's most likely not going to be as big as a series as I wanted it to be. It hasn't been. Which makes me kind of bummed out. Because, you know, I wanted to pour some love into it. I thought it would be something fun. Do a different take on reaction. And I'm not saying that I'm going to stop reacting. I'm still going to. Don't get me wrong, but it's just going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try to do it more frequently, though, because that was my initial promise, one video per month. But that just hasn't happened. Either I've been busy with making other videos, or just haven't thought about it. Just been busy with things in real life or in games. That kind of a deal. So I apologize for my laziness with it. I don't intend to be selfish with it, I guess. I don't think that's the word, but I'm going with it. I really wish that I had stuck with my promise, because at that rate I would have had some really cool reaction videos up. And some people addressing another thing about reaction is the Geeks Reacts channel. I've heard a few people saying that they thought it was a dead channel. It's not a dead channel. I do have a video in the works for it, actually. Just hasn't been released yet. And I guess it's just whenever I decide to get around to posting it. I know that's not a good philosophy or a good strategy, but that's where I'm going right now. And I don't like that, but you know, stuff happens. I have reached out to a few channels to see if I can react to their content. I haven't heard a thing back to them. Like I said at the end of the William doesn't want to get a haircut video, I was very impressed by Violet the First's response to me, how professional and quick that was. And it made sense, and I was able to react to the content, and when I made what I believe to be a good video out of it. But guys, if I'm going to give you a tip, if you plan on starting a reaction series, or a channel based around reactions, always get permission for these like random videos and stuff before uploading a video about it. I mean, unless of course you're like reacting to like a compilation, because compilations are pretty much fair game to anybody who wants to react to it. That's why it's like the reactors' bread and butter, like meme compilations and try not to laugh compilations and stuff like that. That's like the React channel's bread and butter right there, or bread and potatoes, whichever one you want to call it. That's pretty much fair game. But guys, if you want to start like doing stuff like reacting to animations or comic dubs or gameplay highlights that aren't in a compilation, or just any random video in general, always get permission from the original creator before you decide to upload that reaction video, because you never know, the person may not want you to. If the person doesn't want you to react to it, don't. And if someone doesn't get back to you, don't take that as a yes. Don't take that as a yes. If someone doesn't respond to you, just think of it as a no until a response is given. Because don't jump to conclusions. People would appreciate it if you didn't jump to conclusions. People would appreciate that. A lot of people don't want you to react to their content if you don't have permission. So do them a favor and ask for permission before doing anything. Anyway, the next little topic is what series I plan to bring to the channel other than Subnautica and Overwatch. To which I say I have a few videos in the works for different series. Because, I mean, I know my Subnautica and Overwatch have been getting the most attention. But I'm trying to branch out and do different things now. And do things that you guys might be more interested in than just the same old Overwatch and Subnautica content. I mean, I have a lot of fun with Subnautica and I have a lot of fun with Overwatch. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to make content that is different. I have an CSGO episode 3 should be coming out soon. In my opinion, it's pretty good. It was a pretty good match. Spoiler alert, we did end up winning. But excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. I also have a kindergarten video in the works. You know, since that's been trending, I thought I'd, you know, just jump in on some of that action. You know what I mean? Get some views, get some likes. You know. Gameplay here is of Paint the Town Red. But, yeah, I do have a kindergarten video in the works. It should be released soon. No date. Most of these promised videos don't really have a date of when they're going to be ready, but it's going to be out some point. You can hold me accountable to that. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So, you guys are going to have to instruct me when you see the gameplay, when you see the video. Oh, shoot. I don't think I'm going to be continuing Far Sky and Half-Life Blue Shift. I mean, Blue Shift is most likely out of the question by now because I haven't done anything with it since November of last year. November or December. So, it's kind of obvious I'm not going to be continuing it. Sorry if you were fans of the series and wanted to see more of it, but it's just not happening. I lost interest in playing the game. And, I mean, I don't do YouTube as a job. It's a hobby. It's something I do for fun because I want to entertain people. I want to give people a good time when they watch my videos. It's not a job, but I do feel like I do have a passion to entertain people. I know, pretty cliche, but it's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you guys about that. It's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'm not gonna continue with Blue Shift. But the reason I mentioned the money part is because the analytics that I did, I looked at the analytics of the videos, of the Half-Life videos back in March or April, and even then they weren't doing well at all. I mean, if a video's not doing well in the first few days after it's up, it's most likely not going to survive the test of time. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer because I put a lot of love into the Half-Life series. I mean, episode 3 is one of the few videos on my channel that's gotten a dislike, which I understand the quality of the video was just, gosh, awful. It's literally one of the worst videos I think I've ever done in my entire career of YouTube. But the reason I said the whole money thing is because of the talk about analytics and how it wasn't doing well. It wasn't getting views. It wasn't getting traction. I mean, at the time I posted it, I only had like 5 subscribers. I mean, I didn't think in like a few months I'd be at 22 or 23. That's pretty big, guys, and I'd like to thank you all for that. It means so much. And it may sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not a very sarcastic person. I mean, I can be when I want to be, but I'm not being sarcastic for a second right now. I really, guys, I really do appreciate all your love and support for my videos. It means so much to me. I never thought I'd get this big. I mean, yes, to some people who may have a few hundred, I'm not that big of a YouTuber, but it's bigger than I ever thought I would get. And the channel's still growing, and I'm going to be doing this for a few years, hopefully. That's what I intend to do. I intend to make videos for a long time. I intend to grow. I intend to entertain people. In order to do that is to stand the test of time, and I intend to do that. So after I finish bashing this guy's skull in, let's go continue the topic of the analytics things for Blue Shift. It wasn't doing well. There was no traction, and yeah, episode 3 got a dislike. So that's sign enough there that not that many people like the series. Also, I just kind of lost interest in the game once I reached that little puzzle sequence at the end of episode 3. It just wasn't working. In games like Far Sky and Happy Wheels, I'm most likely not going to continue Happy Wheels, and I'm not continuing Far Sky. I may continue Happy Wheels if you guys want that. Comment down below if you want to see more Happy Wheels. I do have episode 3 of Happy Wheels and Far Sky recorded. I just have yet to air those. And if this video, guys, can get to 5 likes, Happy Wheels episode 3 will be aired next week. That's my promise. If this video gets 5 likes, Happy Wheels episode 3 will be aired. That's my promise to you folks for Happy Wheels. Now, Far Sky, I'll just release that video pretty much whenever. But I don't intend to keep making videos on that because it's not as good as Subnautica, and especially since I started Subnautica. You can only have one underwater survival game, and Subnautica just takes the cake because it's so much better polished, it's fun, it's exciting, and it's kind of trending right now. So, those 4 reasons make Subnautica a better series choice than Far Sky. Because no one ever heard of it. Maybe when it first came out, people were playing it. But it just didn't really get as much traction as, I guess, the developers hoped. I mean, it got decent reviews on Steam, but it just wasn't as entertaining as Subnautica or Stranded Deep and other ocean survival games. Gameplay here is of Overwatch PTR, me playing McCree. Doomfist is in the server, or is in the game, on the PTR, and it's PTR, so that's why my overall level is lower than it is in my more recent videos on Overwatch. So, anyway, I'm not continuing First Guy. Like I said, I lost interest in it. And checking analytics on that, it's just really not working at all. The analytics, it just wasn't doing very well at all. The videos I made on it, they were on the old computer, so there's no game audio. It's just me and the broken mic that was my old headset yelling at people. And I'm gonna tell you, I did enjoy making the videos, but then after episode 3 I kind of lost interest, especially because around the time I finished episode 3 I got my new computer, and even on my Mac I had Subnautica, but if you watch the bonus episode you'll know that I ran it at like 15 frames, so it didn't run very well, but I had fun playing it nonetheless. I got like 40 some hours into it. But when I downloaded it on my new computer, it ran better, meaning it's just overall going to be better. It's going to be a better thing for people to be watching. It's going to be something that people will hopefully be enjoying, and people are. It's one of the bigger series on my channel. And I do enjoy making it. I love Subnautica to death. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But with Subnautica and all these other games, better underwater survival games, better survival games in general, just Far Sky didn't really stand a chance against that. So, sorry Far Sky devs, if you watch the series, I doubt you would, but if you did, sorry, but I'm just not going to continue playing the game. So that really sums up that. Kindergarten's coming out soon, and I plan on starting some new series other than that soon too. Some different games, different series, different Let's Plays. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys are hyped for that. I also have a Would You Rather video in the works as well. That should be out soon. On the topic of games that people thought I've forgotten or forsaken, my Battlefield 1 series, I do have a video in the works for that too. That should be out next week. Yeah. It's good gameplay. So, and I hope you guys are hyped to see that. Also, there's going to be a bit more background noise in that than usual, but yee. Anyway, guys, my final topic tonight is kind of a doozy. Gameplay here is of more Overwatch. The last topic for tonight is going to be talking about some pretty serious stuff, guys. The last topic is on a question I got from a few people IRL. One of my friends who watches my content talked to me in real life, asking me how I'm going to treat hate comments from here on out. Am I going to make separate videos about them? And I thought that was genuinely a good question, because I think I may have set a bad example for how I'm going to deal with hate comments in that video I made about it. The way I'm going to respond to hate comments now is most likely through a response comment of my own. And I'm going to start being less of a savage and more of a reasonable person. I don't want to be considered a jerk. And in some cases, if the person is genuinely angry, and the comment that guy who I responded to left was more of constructive criticism when he explained himself, which was in the comment section of the video I made about him. But if I get a comment that's genuinely angry at me, responding in the way that I did to the last guy is just going to make matters worse. and I don't really want to do that. You know, I'm not here to make anybody upset. I'm not here to offend anybody. If I've offended people, I am sorry for doing that. But yeah, that's not my goal. That's not my purpose. But if I respond to somebody else who is like genuinely angry for whatever reason about, you know, whatever, they're not gonna be that happy if I respond to them in the savage way that I did with the other guy. If I do that, that's just gonna make matters worse. It's not gonna fix the issue. It's probably just gonna make everything worse. And that's not what I want to do. I don't want to worsen situations. If I respond to a hate comment, it's gonna be trying to make the situation better. So if someone's genuinely angry, I'm gonna respond to it with a pretty chill way instead of being a frickin' savage or making a video about them. Because if I make a video about them, it's kind of giving them what they want, which is attention. Or if the person's just being toxic, and I respond to them in a savage and jerkish way, it'll prove that I'm no better than them. If I just act like an overall jerk, it's not just going to prove that I'm no better than the person who left the toxic comment to begin with. And that's not who I want to be. Because yes, I can be savage, but I think of myself as a pretty chill guy, so I don't want to jeopardize, and I also have a reputation to uphold. So I don't intend to try to do anything that would trigger people. I'm not that person who wants to start flame wars or whatever. That's not who I am, and that's who I don't want to be. I never want to be that flame war starter freak that you'll see on random subreddits and comment sections and things like that on different forms of media, whether it's YouTube, DeviantArt, or other places. I don't want to be that guy. And I'm not going to be that guy. So, I'm going to start handling hate comments more chill-like. Excuse my phone buzzing and crap in the background. I'm gonna respond to it like a chill, normal person, not with savageness, unless, of course, the savageness would make the comment, you know, better, but with intelligence and integrity, because those two words, what I would use to describe my typical nature. I mean, that might sound a bit arrogant, but that's not who I'm trying to be, and I'm sorry if it comes across as that. But that's pretty much all I really wanted to cover with this. Yee. Guys, the last bit of gameplay here is of CSGO again. Competitive. Guys, I am so sorry. I'm sorry for making this video 30-some minutes long, but it had to be done to express my thoughts and to cover what needed to be covered. Like I said, I'm sorry for making it super long, but I did what I had to, and I hope you guys understand that. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy the gameplay and, I don't know, potentially enjoyed me talking about random things, please be sure to hit the like button. Like I said earlier, 5 likes and I will release Happy Wheels episode 3 next week. I'll prioritize that again. Guys, if you're new, I'm sorry that you had to sit through a channel update. I hope you decided, if you're new, to go click on another video of mine to watch that's more gameplay oriented and less of me talking about personal issues and whatever the freak else. Sorry about that. But I mean, if you did sit through it, good for you. Maybe you learned something about me as a person or about the channel, and maybe that'll win you over. If that did happen, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Each subscription means so much to me, and I really do mean that. If you want to show some support or see content that is gameplay oriented and exciting and fun and energetic and all that, then please be sure to hit the subscribe button. With that being said, guys, I will be streaming later this week. So, as always, well, be sure to check me out on Twitch as Maxusthebeast. I will hope to be streaming there. I don't know what game yet. Think about Planetary Annihilations or Planetary Annihilations. Face it? Stranded Deep, The Forest, or if my internet holds out, CSGO or Overwatch. Thanks again, guys, for watching the video, and I'm sorry for taking up so much time. As always, Maxusthebeast is out.